been my experience. They just say things, people, and it's not even people that are close to us, people that we don't even know. And what happens? Like, we're up here, we're flying, we feel great, and then what happens? We fall, like it's like you get hit. And I mean, I could just share a couple of things that happened to me in the last week. I was at this at a conference, for a media conference up in the Catskills, Images and Voices of Hope, which is something that I've been very involved with, and the Brahma Kumaris have been very active with, about the power of the media to change the world, and or to help transform the world. And I was just feeling wonderful. I was feeling great, and I had done a little preparation for some things that I was going to be handling at the conference. Yeah. And so I'd done some research. Took me when you have to work on something, it takes some time to think about it, right? And then at the last second, I did some of it, and then the last second, one of the heads came up to me and said, we won't really be needing your work. We have someone else who'll take care of that. And I was like feeling really good, and then why did they do that? When I prepared, when I was supposed to do it. And what happens is you have self-doubt, right? It's like, why did they change it? And also, my little irritation was at the last minute. That's what bothered me. I didn't care.
You had irritation, and
Yes.
then you had self-doubt. Like that.
Just like
you were
that.
over here,
Yep.
1 minute, and then you had irritation and self-doubt.
And I started doubting myself in that they must not think that I can do as good a job, And this person I've known for years, but I really didn't want to say anything. I knew they were under a lot of stress, and because they had a lot to do, and I really had to think about it. And then what I came to was, I realized it had nothing to do with me. It really wasn't me. They wanted other people to be involved in everything. I had my turn. I had done some of the work, and I had been involved with a few things, and now they were trying to reach out to other people that were there. And when I saw that and I understood it, I was fine. I was actually happy, that the other people were able to be part of it.
They were giving other people a chance.
Exactly, and and that came like a realization. And instead of getting angry at the person or lashing out or saying something, can you imagine in the middle of a big conference and you say something even a little nasty, not even nasty, but a little. I once was at something else there, share one more thing, and this is really nothing, it's sort of related to self-esteem, and usually if there's so many people there, then you share rooms, and usually there are. So many people want to come to these events. They have all kinds of spiritual events there, and maybe you can get a brochure when you leave. And I once had, when I got there, I found out, I was used to sharing a room with one person, but I found out I was going to be sharing a room with 4 people. I know the brothers are used to that. The men can handle it, women, And I made a comment to somebody, like, 4 in a room is like, that's so much,
That's normal.
Well, I haven't had that. I haven't had that in a few years. In India, yes, but not in upstate New York where the retreat center is. In India, I'm used to it, but in New York, like 4 people in the room. And do you know that little comment got to other people, and people came to me and said, we heard you weren't happy or satisfied with your accommodations. I felt terrible. I felt terrible because I said, well, I didn't mean it like that. I really didn't mean it, but here, I said something because I didn't feel good, and I affected other people. So our low self-esteem and our low sense of my low self-esteem was that I didn't think I could handle so many people in the room that weekend, And you want to hear the weird thing? I never saw the 4 people at once. One person left in the middle of the night. Another person came and they'd been traveling like from somewhere else, and they were sleeping all day. I never could figure out who was in the room. I always felt like I was alone in the room or with one person. There was never 4 people at the same time in the room sharing the bathroom or anything. So there's lessons to be learned, with all of these experiences that we have, and everything